Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Groovy Thursdays. I'm Nick DiVirgilio. We made it to the end of the year, the end of 2022. Can you believe it? I can. It went by really fast with so much stuff going on, but we grooved every week, 52 weeks. We made it all the way to the end, and we're going to end the year like we started the year with an original NDV groove. Huh? I'm calling this one Linear Funky because it's linear and it's a little bit funky too. Right? Couldn't think of a better name because it is those two things, I think. And it's pretty fun to play. So let's have some fun with the final groove of the year, groove number 52, Linear Funky. Let's go. This groove is in 4/4 time. It's at 75 BPM and it's a 4-bar phrase. The first 3 beats of every bar are exactly the same. You're also playing 16th notes throughout this whole thing with a few 30 seconds thrown in for flavor. What I have going on for beat 4 in each bar is basically a little fill. Now you can change these up however you want. This is just how I did it. It's kind of when I first wrote the groove, it's just what came out. It seemed pretty fluid. It was easy to kind of get to these things. And as I developed the groove more and more, I changed the fills up a little bit until I ended up on these for this week's groove. But I encourage you to make it your own. Learn these and then kind of have fun and come up with all kinds of other fills as long as you get back to the groove. I kind of push that a lot through Groovy Thursdays. Change it up a little bit and change up the fills that are in these grooves, the transitions that are in these grooves, but get back to the groove in time and with the same pocket and feel. It's really important. When you break this groove down, it's very simple, 2 and 4 beat, right? Kick on 1, snare on 2, kick on 3, and then you have beat 4 with the little fill. So that's the bare bones minimum of this groove. Boom, ka, boom, ka, kick, snare, really simple. But we're gonna fill in the rest with 16th notes and that's what gives it the percolating, kind of fun linear feel. So here we go. We're utilizing some different sounds on our drum kit this time, which is kind of fun. So I put a big fat snare topper, but on my floor tom, kind of deaden it, give a nice thuddy sound. We're utilizing the chick sound in your left foot, your hi-hat foot, bell of the ride cymbal, rack tom, that kind of thing. Let's first go through the first 3 beats of each bar, which are all the same. So this is the repeating stuff happening here. Beat number 1, start with a kick drum on beat 1, and you're gonna notice that the floor tom is always on the second and the last 16th note of each beat. So 1 E and Kick drum on 1, floor tom on E and The and is the chick sound of the foot. Okay, so you're playing all 4 16th notes, kick, floor, chick, floor. Make sense? Kick, floor, chick, floor. Kick, floor, chick, floor, kick, floor, chick, floor. And when you get to beat 2, you put an accent right on 1. Your backbeat is right on 1 of beat 2, which is the normal backbeat of a 4/4 bar, right? Boom, ka. So you do beat 1, kick, floor, chick, floor, then snare, floor, chick, floor. So all you're changing is beat 1 of the second beat. Beat 1 on the first beat is kick drum, beat 1 on the second beat is snare drum. Then on beat number 3, you go back to having the kick drum as the first beat. So beat number 1 is the kick drum, is the first beat. Beat number 2, it's the snare drum, that's the first beat. And beat number 3, it's the kick drum again. So it just goes back and forth. Okay, so that's the same in every bar, just like that. Now let's get to beat number 4 of the first bar. You have a snare drum crack on the first 16th note, which is beat number 4, which is your typical backbeat, right? There's 1 on 2, and there's 1 on 4. Then comes the first 30-second notes in this 4-bar phrase we're gonna see. But don't let 30-second notes scare you at all. The tempo is so slow at 75 that the 30-second notes are not very fast, okay? So on the second 16th note, I do a double on the rack tom. Then we have a kick drum on the and then on the fourth 16th note, the E, there's another double on the rack tom. So you have snare, double hit on the rack tom. Then there's a kick drum on 4E and along with the chick sound. The chick sound plays on the and of every beat, okay? That's what's kind of linear and fun about this groove. The chick sound on and along with the kick drum in beat 4, and then another double on the E, the last 16th note of beat number 4. On to beat number 4 of bar 2. This one's pretty simple. Snare drum again on the first 16th note, right on the downbeat of beat 4, again your backbeat. Then instead of doing a double on the rack tom like I did in the first bar, this time I'm going up to the bell of the ride cymbal, and on the second 16th note I hit a bell. Then there's a chick sound on the and, like there always is. This time doesn't have a kick drum with it, it's just up by itself. And then another bell on 4E and Now on to beat 4 of bar 3. This one's kind of fun because I'm using my auxiliary snare, my second snare. You don't have to do that. Use your main snare if you don't have 2 snares, of course. So again, snare drum right on beat 4, backbeat. Then on the second 16th note, this time I'm going to do a buzz on the snare drum. Okay? Then you have kick drum plus the chick sound on and then a buzz on the 4E and So this one's kind of fun. It's a different feel, a different texture. You're going to play, going from just backbeats to a little buzz in your left hand is kind of cool. And finally, beat 4 of bar 4 is really a drum fill here. At the end of beat number 3, the last 16th note of beat number 3, I'm doing basically a pickup into the fill, and it's a double on the kick drum, 2 30-second notes. Then the first 2 16th notes of beat number 4 of bar 4, instead of 16ths, you're playing 30 seconds. So you have a chunk of 30-second notes here. So that chunk, the end of beat number 3 into beat number 4, you have kick, kick, floor, snare, kick, kick. Then a snare crack on 4E and a kick drum on 4E and Go back around to beat number 1 of bar 1, wash, rinse, and repeat, and do it over and over again. And that's really it for this groove. The main heartbeat of this groove, though, is those first 3 beats, not 4, the first three beats of each bar. Make sure you get that backbeat on the snare. A suggestion I have here, if you want to get this groove seated before you work on any fills for beat number 4 like we have here, just do the first 2 beats repeated over and over again. Okay, so you're just playing kick, snare, 1E and a 2E and a kick, ta, and then filling in with the 16th notes around. Get that linear coordination going between the floor tom, back and forth, the chick sound on the ands all the time. Get that sort of thing happening. It'll really start seating, and you'll feel that backbeat, that basic 2 and 4 backbeat. Then, once you get comfortable, throw in the fills and the little ear candy stuff on beat number 4, and you're rocking. And there you go, the final groove of the year, groove number 52. I can't believe we made it all this way. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this whole year, everybody. I appreciate it so much. Make sure you share this video with all your friends. Tell your friends about Groovy Thursdays. Come on back, subscribe to the channel, all those great things. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great 2023. We'll see you back here again. That's it. Cheers. Happy New Year.